Hi everyone, my name is Bradel. So this is the beginning of the week 7, and the next coming week we have midterm exams. So we're preparing. So I started preparing for the midterm exams 1 week before only. I have only a week for preparation for midterm exams. So now I have to prepare from scratch because I didn't prepare at all, and this procrastination thing hold me back again. And of course there are some other factors like the side projects, my side presentation projects, this YouTube channel, and of course, and probably I don't take this semester so seriously because I have only 5 subjects. I dropped two of the, no, not two of the, it was 7, but I dropped 2 subjects, so it gave me more flexibility and made my life much more easier, especially in this semester. So it's going to be another busy week, and if you're also finding yourself not prepared for exams, for midterm exams, follow me along because in this video I will share some tips that really worked for me, that actually worked for me. So I even managed to double my GPA last semester up to 4, of course, by these tips. And I will share my own experience, some tips, some techniques that really worked for me, and I think other people can find helpful. And I even have a video about my GPA, how I doubled my GPA. It will be somewhere here. So the first tip is use active recall and spaced repetition. I know I mentioned about it for a lot of times, and yes, because it's really important for effective learning. And last semester I even managed to double my GPA thanks to active recall and spaced repetition. So general idea here is that you learn something for the first time, and you test yourself. You try to retrieve it, try to retrieve from your mind, and test it yourself. And when you test yourself, try to retrieve it from your mind, it stays in your mind for a longer period of time, because the best representation for this is forgetting curve that will be presented somewhere here in the screen. It's a really effective way of studying, and there are a bunch of evidences behind this that proves that it's really effective. So firstly, I discovered these techniques, overall effective way of learning, these different techniques, different methods in the Ali Abdallah channel last summer. I will put the links for his videos, for his channel in the description. So he talks about this overall these techniques in more details, in more evidence, with some examples, so you can check it out. He's not sponsoring this video, he's just inspiration. So the next tip is study with your friends. Most people don't do this because they say, for example, I cannot focus, my friends distracted me, I get distracted, and so on. But what you need to do is to find people who are also motivated to study, who are also motivated, willing to learn something, who are willing to prepare for exams. Just also people who are enjoy to learn and to study, to spend time with you in a group, so you can vibe together in a university or somewhere where you can spend time and enjoy learning, enjoy the process of preparation itself. So in research for this video, I discovered Pomodoro technique. It turned out to be really famous technique, especially for group studying and not only individual. So here's the idea that you study for 25 minutes and take break for 5 minutes and continue it in a loop for several hours, maybe a couple of hours, how many hours you can. So the next tip is prefer understanding stuff rather than memorizing it. And when you understand something, when you have general idea of something, it stays, this general idea will stay in your mind for a longer period of time rather than just memorizing it. But if you just try to memorize everything, and maybe you honing your memorizing skills, but actually you will probably forget everything after not everything, the most part of this information after exams or even before or during exams. Just take an example, marketing class. I think most people took marketing class no matter what their specialty. And so when you learn, when you took marketing class and just memorize all these terms, expressions, fundamental principles and theories, you may pass exams of this marketing class, but in reality you won't be able to implement this. You won't be implement and take real action to use these terms, to use things that you learn there in university, in college, in the marketing class, I mean. So the next fourth tip is to organize mock-up exams for yourself. And I've already mentioned about the active recall and how it's important, how trying to retrieve the information, testing yourself is important, and there are a bunch of evidences behind this. So you can organize mock exams with your friends and fully prepare for these exams. Take it more seriously, of course not seriously as midterm exams or final exams itself, but just take it seriously and organize, find a quiet place, ask the students affairs or somewhere else administration to give you a special class for preparation. Just organize and test yourself. By the way, if you don't know the questions or what you will have in exams, just you can ask the professor or what we will have. Just type your question just type your subject or the questions to the Google. You will find another different questions, prepared questions for exams or just mock questions for yourself. So the next tip is to avoid distractions. We're in the most distracted period of humanity ever, believe me, and we have lots of things coming from different sites, news, social media, our friends, different group chats, from unlimited messages and news about Russia invading Ukraine. Just get rid of everything, all unnecessary stuff that saturates your mind. Stop reading news that you don't actually need, and stop watching the stories of people you don't actually care. Personally, I switched off my notifications last year on April. Yeah, it's almost a year. Yeah, it's almost next month, April. Yes, it's almost a year. And I switched off, and it drastically changed my distraction life because again, I don't get any not really any notifications, but I have some really important emails only. And but social media, messages, Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever, no notification from there. I made it after watching a film, Social Dilemma by Netflix. Totally recommended for just understanding how this all social media notifications, this press works and how it changed, how it impacts to our lives, just to our vision, to our world. And so the next and last tip is take care of yourself, please. And mostly we used to delay our workouts, some these special morning or evening routines that has the impact on our health life. But personally, I recommend not to delay or postpone your workouts at all in this period of exams or exams week or before exams week, because you won't study a whole day, just study a whole day, and otherwise obviously your mind will be overwhelmed. Just approach it like an activity that helps you to relax from your studies for a while. So I shared the general tips I personally find useful and that personally worked for me, and I would like to most people know about this and probably hope find this useful, because it really saves a lot of time. It's really effective, and it's really effective for overall for your lifestyle. But if you think you need more information about study tips, or some information about some particular technique, just DM me on Instagram or comment below. I will definitely reach you and answer your questions. So it was Murad Lemir Hamidov, and I will see you next time.